Alright guys, excuse the poor lighting. We're actually inside of an Arctic Cat Prowler. Came out the other day and tried to start it. It just clicked. We've been having battery trouble with it for a while now, and it's been slow to start. So we started with the battery. We changed the battery. That didn't work. Still just clicked. We changed the solenoid. Still just a click. We've ordered the starter, and we're gonna install that, show you guys how to do that, and see if that fixes it. If that doesn't fix it, it's going to the shop. So, all right, first things first, you want to unhook your battery. All right. Once you have your battery unhooked, you're going to use whatever tool you need. This one here actually came with the Arctic Cat. There's a bunch of tools underneath the passenger seat. So you're going to get in there and loosen up the two bolts. Sorry for those of you watching on the GoPro right now. It's kind of a circus act to get in there. They don't put these in a good position to get to them ever. Alright, there we go. And you just want to crack that thing open and loosen that bolt up so that you can switch it around and go the long way with it. Something like that. Yep, just like that. Alright, and you're going to have to try to get that all the way out of there so that you can get the grounds off of it, those ground wires there that are connected to it. Sorry, I'm in the light. It's the only way to get in there. Alright, we got her out. Alright, now before you take the next one out, the second bolt in there, you want to pull your red cap back, and you want to use your 10mm wrench, which came underneath the passenger seat again, and you want to pop loose this battery connection cable at the top, and that will be the last thing you put back on once you get it in here before we try to start it. Okay. So now our battery is unhooked and our starter is unhooked from the solenoid. We got one more bolt in there that we got to get out. And that's what it looks after you get it unhooked. So we take our Allen wrench or our star wrench again, get it in there. And then, like I said, you're just looking to get that loose enough. You can go with the long end. And then you're just going to take that bolt out. If I can get my little hands from blocking everything, you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Alrighty. So now we got that pretty much all the way out. And I'll take the rest of it with the fingers. Alright. Now, here we go. And this is actually really easy to remove. You just grab it and wiggle it, and it should slide right out of there. Just like so. You gotta get around everything. And there you go. There is no starter in there. This is the old one. Yeah, we'll see, compare it to the new one. Looks about the same. So we'll weave the new one in there here, and just watch, it'll go in that hole over there, and you just push it, do it snug, push it in there till you get your holes lined up. I'm not even close. Here we go. There we go. Alright, sometimes I gotta go around to the other side and pull it in. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, should just slide in there. There we go. A little bit better. There we go. When in doubt, just wiggle it. And we're definitely in there. Alright. So, I'll figure out what we did with the bolts. Okay, we'll stick our bolts back in here. And get the back one lined up first. Get it started. Do not tighten it down until you get the front one on in there too. It just gives you some room for error. And still be able to slide it around a little bit. I'm trying to line up the front bolt. I don't have my back one lined up perfectly yet. There we go. There we go. Now I can tighten it with a hand. With my hand. Alright, front one, remember, got to get those two ground wires hooked up there. So you got to feed it through the two ground wires first. Just like this. Hold on, let me see if I can do this a little bit better for you. Yep, there we go. That. And feed that other ground wire on there. Sorry guys. Hopefully the other GoPro's getting it. Alright, and then this one here is going to be a little bit tougher to line up because it's got those ground wires on it. And you want to try to keep those ground wires out of your way for the back. Alright, we got our front one tightening down. And I'm only going to tighten it a hand tight here with this. And then I'm going to go back to the back one. And see, and then I'll crank on them with the short end, which got more leverage. I just want to make sure that we got both of them lined up and they're not cross-threaded, and that they are easy to screw in. And I believe we've got it. Here. All right. Sorry, our GoPro's giving up on us. Here we go. All right. So now I'm going to try to get in there with the wrench on the high leveraged short side here. Give it a little twist to help tighten them up so they don't vibrate loose. Alright, now we put our cable back on. We attach our cable. Ooh. Try not to drop it, because you may not get it back. Oh no. All right. Good lesson there, don't drop it, because there's enough room for that little nut to slide underneath the actual starter. But I was able to slide a zip tie under there and knock it back out from underneath. And here we go. Battery cable back on to the starter. That's the cable from the solenoid to the starter. And tighten that back down. And then I got a zip tie here holding some hoses out of the way so you guys could see that I gotta move. And then we'll try to start her up and hope that that fixed our problem. Alright. Put that bag over the top there. Alright, hook up the battery cable again. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Neutral, parking brake. Well, it was the starter. It needed a new battery anyway, and the solenoid has been replaced. So we should have some good starts for a while. And it's really that simple. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes to change out a starter. If you've got any questions, hit us up in the comments section below. By no means an expert. I think calling me a weekend mechanic would be probably an overstatement, but that's how easy it is to change out a starter. Thanks for joining.